me.
Mm-hmm. Give me 2 feet. How about that? How about that?
So I need to be further away from you than this?
Yeah.
Damn!
That's not moving. You're kind of swaying around me. You might be a little lightheaded. You might fall over. Then I have to push you on the pile, and then it would be like bad news. Oh, I keep this motherfucker on. Oh, like it's. We've been doing so much, and we're trying to document it, everything.
There's a big box of it right there too.
Oh, sweet.
God damn, that one hit. We went to Walmart and we were paying for our items, and it said, "Would you like to donate to the Red Cross?"
Fuck you.
On the screen, like are you like one time I saw a girl. She was actually asking for money, not for herself, but for a lady who was in a wheelchair who couldn't go out in traffic and get the money herself, which is honorable as fuck. What you're doing, Walmart, is not the same thing. And then we walking out, and the fucking security guy's like, "Can I see your receipt?" Like, "Can I see a warrant?" No? Okay, no. Bye. Like, you guys are done. Your way of life is done. I should have stopped and talked to the guy, be like, "Is this what you want to do with your life? Stop people at a fucking Walmart and ask for their receipt?" Obviously, since you guys are recording us at the register and all throughout the store, if you have any discrepancies with my items, check your cameras. My license plate is also listed in your video selection, motherfucker.
Security guard? I don't give a shit.
Security guard, dude. Everybody wants.
I know a bunch of people who do security.
More like insecurity guys.
Right. The first thing he did was jump on the walkie-talkie. Breaker, 5,000. He's not paying. He didn't pay. He doesn't. He has receipts. I paid. This receipt is my property. Everything you see here is my property. If you want to take a look at any of it, I'd be glad to show you if you have a proper paperwork. You don't.
Yeah, they can't actually make you do anything.
But what's worse is, why do you even care?
The alarms or something, the little
right.
thing, and they'd be like, "Stop!" And just like, "No."
Right. What are you doing with yourself, bro? And he looks so insulted.
Everybody should. I think we should do a steal-in.
Right. Everybody go in.
We get enough people in a group.
No, we call it a loot-in because they hate that word. Loot-in. We'll loot in.
Go into a Walmart or whatever store you want and just take some shit and just walk out all together as a group.
And then so they can't say that we were doing it as some punk-ass people. We'll just go give all the shit we took away.
We should organize it,
right.
And we should do it right now, and we should take everything we take.
Well, we get looted every day in the form of like a wage, and somebody else profits from it, so we're just looting back. It's already ours.
Right, exactly. We were just talking about that. Everything, all the money that Walmart has is our money. All of it.
I agree with the.
They don't have money unless we give it to them.
Speaking personally,
so every time you buy something from Walmart,
to do that, it'd be a felony, and I only commit felonies with people I've known for a long time.
Right.
That's true. And I mean, it takes the community to do something like that too. Like, we can't just like make that. I want there to be more fucking looting and rioting.
There's no such thing as a felony unless there's a victim.
Right.
There's no victim.
There's such thing as 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
Only if you let. Only if you allow it. Only if you say, "Okay, go ahead."
Right.
If you get caught, yeah.
No.
No, you don't have to get caught.
No. You're not hearing me. You're not hearing me. I've had the cops at my house, bulletproof vests, guns drawn, to come get my kids with CPS. But they didn't leave with my kids because I'm not about to give them my kids.
Or give them any jurisdiction.
They're not about to scare me into giving them my kids. So if you want to just go ahead and let them lock you up and put you in jail for 20 years, that's on you.
No,
but you have to participate in order for that to even happen.
Well, I mean, I think it's great that it worked out in your favor that time, but I don't think it's true that
That's
in
an
every
unsustainable
encounter with
model.
the cops,
It is.
you were
I
always
agree with
getting
that.
away if you just believe it or, like,
That
stand
is
up for
true.
yourself.
But the more that we do it together,
And to
more
pick
that
the
we
right
do it
battles.
openly, the more that we do it in such a manner that we're not being confrontational. We're not coming and causing, if you're not doing any harm, if you're not stealing anything, if you're not damaging anything, why are you bothering me? We're not talking about going up to the police and fucking with the police. We're talking about doing what we do and going about our business.
No, he's talking about specifically with a steal-in or a loot out.
Right, but if we do it in a group,
yeah, but that's what they're saying too. A larger group, everybody, and that's where we're headed. We're not at that point yet, but once you have 10,000 people in one area that are all homeless, and it's like not even that we're homeless anymore. We are homeless. Nothing to lose.
We were in a crisis before this.
Right.
Humanity has been in a crisis for eons.
Right.
It's new.
But she's right though, because it all boils down to because I've done a lot. If you need it, I got the Bluetooth for it. I got all the Supreme Court rulings on all the rights violations that go on in a day. And they don't have jurisdiction. They only have jurisdiction if you give them...
If you give them power. They only have validity if you give them validity.
Right.
Their guns give them that.
Yeah.
Them being able to show up with 200 motherfuckers with shotguns and zip ties and fucking...
They're not going to shoot everybody on live TV. They're not going to shoot all of us. There's not enough of them. Plus, all of them are us.
I'm not opposed to like what you're saying in principle. I'm just like...
Right. He's like, fundamentally...
and ruins people's lives if they do it half-cocked and like... That's
right.
What I'm saying.
I'm not talking about doing half nothing.
She's talking about full.
I'm talking about doing the damn thing.
But I'm a Libra, and I know, and plus I've studied enough to know everything lies in the middle ground. It's both. It can't be rushed, and it can't be not done. It's gonna happen anyway. Right. But it is it's an inevitability. But it has to be.
All of this was inevitable.
It has to be harmonized with.
This is not going to be the last time that people come together.
Right. It has to be harmonized with and not forced, and that's the difference. She is ready.
What it needs to be is the last time that people come together because of a thing.
Right.
It should be the last time that we come together initially.
We should already be
the beginning of us coming together indefinitely.
And that's what I saw the difference in Colorado is that everybody, because so many people are out there moving there for sustainability, there are the so-called sovereign citizens. I got called the leader of the white supremacist sovereign nation, like in a newspaper out there. Me. Like, I'm sitting there like, I just...
Colorado?
Alamosa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I live in Colorado Springs.
For real?
Yeah.
I know you already know about her. Do you know Alex Ansary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker was there. We were all camped out there, and they were, violating people's rights left and right. But the cool thing was they had, like, when he said them showing up with 200 people showing up with guns and zip ties, we had the same thing. And all of our boys were ex-military. All of our boys are vets, and they're sitting there like, I didn't go almost die for you to fucking come here and tell me that I can't build on my own land. That's what they were doing. They were giving out or selling permits for $500 and $600 and then issuing you a pink slip 2 days later for the very same thing that they gave you a permit for 2 days before that. And then they weren't giving out refunds or nothing. And we're talking about 60, 70-year-old people that are like on the streets coming in the winter in Alamosa. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're right. She's right. We're both right. It's just a situation where they only have, and we've practiced it. In practice, it works.
Right, because we are not organizing ourselves to go and steal
and die.
We're doing us. We're at the Walmart. We're at the park. We're at wherever.
Feeding the homeless people. They try to stop us from doing that.
Individual who feels that they have some type of authority, whether they're a police officer, a store manager,
old nosy lady,
whatever the fuck, will just come on along and say whatever it is they say, and we don't stand for that shit. And we don't get confrontational with them. We don't, try to cause a big thing. But we also don't let them harass us.
Or violate our rights.
We don't just do whatever the fuck they want just because they're telling us.
And that's the thing.
My boy walks in with no fucking shoes on. Leave me the fuck alone. He's not hurting you. He's not hurting himself.
You got a fucking dog right over there with no shoes on. Suck a cock. Like, I don't mind the dog, but don't mind me.
We're not bothering you. And that's the thing that we have to start making, like, we have to bring light to that. We have to stop allowing those things. So we're not necessarily saying go out and, like,
cause havoc, right?
But when that thing comes to you, pull out your phone and go live on Facebook. And
ask them the validity of what they're doing. Because we got to do something. Because doing nothing is just... and what the things that you really should be saying. Shoot somebody with a phone.
Who has to have authority over you, so that you can divert the situation without it escalating. But at the same time, walk away with your fucking dignity. And
that's the thing that's killing me is that, like she said, it's not that, and I read a quote that said, it's not that government wants you to submit. Government wants you to want to submit. And if you look around, when we drive a lot, we've traveled a lot, and you look at these signs, it says, buckle up, it's the law. No, motherfucker, buckle up because it's safe. don't litter, it's the law. No, motherfucker, don't litter because it causes detriment to the environment. Like, they're replacing the validity of a concept with the authority of a concept. And in the mind. And when I talk to people, I talked to several people in the last few days, and every reason that they had for not doing something came from a stance of fear. And I don't operate in that department because the only thing that stems from that is fear-embraced concepts. Oh, now we're working inside of a vast box of tools, but that whole toolbox is based in a fear zone. And we haven't even considered any of the concepts that are based in love and understanding. And that right now we're shifting towards it, because it's not like like she said, not like we're saying go out and cause chaos, and that's also the fear spectrum. But what we're trying to do is get it to where the people who are trying to violate our rights, or the archons, the people who are, they understand, they see what's happening. That the guy at fucking Walmart can understand that, yes, this is my real life, these are my real seconds, I'm not going to get too many more of them. And I just asked somebody for their fucking receipt. How many times have you asked somebody for their fucking receipt in your life? Do you ever go home and be like, you know what I need? You know what make me fucking happy right now? To go find a fucking receipt from somebody else. I'm gonna go ask somebody for their receipt.
I mean, that guy probably doesn't like his job. Yeah. He does it for a paycheck because he's got a kid at home, or like. Cause he has
I understand, but why get up? He's not right. Why would he get up and get on the walkie-talkie? Because he's been mentally provoked to make it personal. I understand that concept. I'll be a person. I have a job.
Like, oh, this is our store.
Right.
And then there's your
Right.
straw man.
Right. And that's the thing. They're getting already got over anyway. Like,
instead of themselves.
right. They're legal
So they
fiction.
live in this
So when I'm
mentality.
working a job, I'll be like, yo, dude, that's the cameras there. Like, go shoplift in the other aisle or something.
Something. And that's like putting him in a position. Yeah, you got up, you did your, hey, fine. But to come running up behind and what are you doing? And that's just,
we might have guns. Boom.
we might be crackheads. We might be going out of, we might be a flood fucking victim. You know what I'm saying? And the whole thing is, it's the mentality. I'm not worried about what he did. I understand why he does it. I've done extensive research and had many millions of conversations with motherfuckers. I know the causality of why people do it, but it reflects on a deeper psychosis that, because in the same position, I have a kid, I have a job, I'm doing it for the money, everything, blah, blah. But after I say my initial, hey, your receipt, that's it. You pay me, what, $9 an hour or something like that, $10 an hour, maybe, whatever. That's all you get. You want me to chase this motherfucker? We're going to be talking about $25, $27 an hour then. And even then, once I catch him, I'm not going to physically touch him because that's not my body. I'm going to be like, hey, guy, come this way because you're stealing our shit. I'm not touching nobody. This is not, you ain't paying me enough to get beat up. So I saw some guy running out of Albertsons in Vegas, and the guy had a little plate of food, hot food. You know, he's stealing some shit that he needs. And the security guard's running behind him. I said, his hunger is going to beat your job every time. And if you keep running after him, he might turn around and beat your ass. So, that's what we're saying. It's just, I would appreciate from you guys, just when you're in the world, don't let nobody lie to you. Because you guys know. You know the truth, and you're smart enough to know the difference between a fucking falsehood and a lie. And the justifications are fine. Like, I understand. We're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We pay people $15 an hour to work with us, and we know that the labor they're doing, they should be getting paid more. You know what I'm saying? But we are in the confines we're in. But within that, like I had somebody tell me, you can't advocate that there not be passports and still have a passport. You can't advocate that there not be driver's license or provably that the Constitution says that license.
And I wear Adidas.
Right.
That's the
But I
world
believe
live
that
in,
extends
and I'm trying to
to
build a different
having a
one out of
bullshit
this
job
shit, but in the
and
meantime,
knowing
I
it's a
gotta live in
bullshit
this.
job.
Right,
It's
exactly.
okay to have a bullshit job.
But to know it, you gotta know it. Don't sit there and think that you're saving the world with Jack in the Box.
We can't blame that guy for not knowing he has a bullshit job, or knowing he has a bullshit job
And not being able to.
He knows it's a bullshit.
that's
It's a bullshit job. He has a bullshit job, but he doesn't know any other way out. That's the situation.
That's the key point there, because it doesn't come down to any of that. It all comes down to what's right
Oh, yeah.
and what's
Moral.
wrong, what's moral.
What's moral? If it's not moral, you're probably in a, but I understand, like me, I'm not vegan. I understand that being vegan is a moral position. That's not my life. I can't take it. But I have people, my friends, who will tell me, no, it's a choice. No, motherfucker. Because if that's the case, let me eat you. You look mighty tasty. Oh, but now there's a cultural standpoint. It's not culturally valid for me to eat you.
I would eat.
Honestly, though,
I totally would too.
Psychological problems, and to approach it as it starts with individuals and changing individuals' minds seems to me not feasible. I think that there's things are determined by morality, but also by what's the possible within the structure of reality.
I think
So, like giving people ways to live that are different.
I think that you're right if you tell them, if you tell somebody, if you speak to them, right, if they just see our, that's why we go live, it's objective, it's very objective, and they can pull from that. What the problem is most people have been conditioned by thinking that what they've been looking at through TV the last 50 years has been objective. But it hasn't been. And now that it is with social networking and everybody's cameras, people are seeing, like I've talked to people, like there's a post I saw recently, it says, I'll accept your apology when you apologize for what I said when you tried to wake me up. You know what I'm saying? It's like you talk to certain people and they say, you know, the classic cliches, money makes the world go around, who are we to change things, stuff like that. But they actually are seeing for the first time, especially with these conversations, if you let somebody, if you just allow somebody